friends of YouTube, I'm Lorien, and for those who don't know me, I'm an eclectic witch. I'm a healer, I work with crystals, I teach meditation, I also do some astrology as well. So it's my pleasure to bring you your Pisces reading for May 2015. With this reading, I look ahead to energies that are surrounding your sign, things that may kick in with influences around this time as well. It is a general reading. Well, that's the intention of it, but if I do feel that romance or career or money, education is seemingly the theme and the messages that I pick up from my guides and the cards, if I feel it's more suited to a general area, then I will pick up on that. And it may not speak to everybody. Some of you may be on a different frequency this month or find that the messages don't match. That's fine. Energies can change. You might find something in this another time, but I feel if you connect with it this time, maybe you want to come back in a month and tell me how things went. I'm encouraging people to actually share their experiences. But as I say, I do tune into my guides. They give me intuition and see exactly what's coming up for you, if anything needs refined. And if you would like a custom personal reading with me, please check out the ways to contact me below. I do apologise that this is just me talking at you with the cards on screen. But my camera broke last time, so I'm just trying to do it with my recorder and pictures of the cards. So fingers crossed I'll be able to speak to you directly soon. But yes, let's see what you have, Pisces. Okay, again, I apologise, it's not the video that you see right now, it is the image of the cards. So along the top you will see the 4 cards which represent one of the 4 weeks, so there's a week card. And below is the general theme, and that's the card that has actually been produced for the overall feeling, I would say, of the month as a whole. And the deck I'm using is the Gilded Tarot deck. It's one that I learnt with. It's always bang on the money. It's one I do readings with most of all. So it's something that really speaks to me, and I believe I can give the most accurate readings with this. But you may see me use some other decks at any given time. But because I'm just starting out on this channel, I feel that I would be best suited to use this for you. So let me have a look. You have so much going on with Wands. This is really interesting as a reader, actually, because this tells me you're going to have so many creative ideas and so much fire and passion about it going forward, mostly in the area of work and career, actually. Could be personal projects, but I feel it's more work and career for you. You may not know how to utilise all of these ideas at once, so thank goodness. You have the Queen of Pentacles as a grounding force throughout this month of May. There's a lovely Lorien energy there, and if you think of her as your anchor in this deep, fast sea that you'll be swimming in, don't worry. You know, she's going to be there, have your back, so to speak. So looks like whatever tasks you've started in April seem to be ready to whisk you away. I love the Eight of Wands. It's always... To me, it's always like the universe wants to whisk you away. The time of waiting's over. Things are now coming to fruition, and I do feel that they're going to get very busy for you. News is likely to be coming in thick and fast. There's a lot of progress coming for you, so the delays you've been experiencing will likely not frustrate you any longer. On the opposite side, it can indicate that if you've preferred the peace and quiet of your life over the last few weeks or months, you're going to have this disturbed, basically. It's a good time, though. Don't grumble. Don't make, don't grumble about this peace disturber, because you can now utilise the energies around you to put things into action. So rather than sitting back and thinking about it, you can now go. You've been ready, you should be set, now go. Buckle down. It can often indicate a lot of travel, covering a lot of ground, even if small little breaks possibly, but in general I do feel you may be running around all over the place. Scorpio had a similar reading actually to start the month. A lot of things up in the air, but with you I do feel it's a bit different. It's like your goals have a clear focus. You're ready to go with the flow. The blocks you've been experiencing, gone. It's a very high energy. I believe a last push of April energy actually is going to see you into the first week of May, but it does show up on this next card now. The Five of Wands is, I feel, more of a warning than a prediction. It's a warning both not to allow your busy schedule to cause conflict within your family or relationships, and also not to get involved in any petty disputes between you or your loved ones or friends. To me, it's just about balancing this fiery progress. So don't upset anyone else's boat in a way. It's also the same for work and career. So don't upset your co-workers as you strive for these goals. Don't push them aside. It may be feeling a bit competitive and you may need some strength to push through, because chances are you'll catch your breath somehow. But that's also what I feel the Queen of Pentacles is there to represent. She's there to ground you through this with her fine earthy or Taurus energy. And she is, I feel, a reminder that during any times where you could find arguments over the very petty things, because, you know, it could be the smallest things that tip you over the edge if you're feeling stressed, or if you're feeling worried or too busy, but don't let it take you over the edge in a way. Don't get caught up in it. Don't overreact to things people say. I know you can be sensitive sometimes, and some of you may have different reactions to how you deal with that kind of energy that comes through you. It can feel like people have, opinions that are negative of you, or they're nitpicking. Just don't get caught up in it. It will pass. It's more of a nuisance than anything. It just feels like you need to distance yourself from this energy, to me, because whatever difficulty you face, you've got the beautiful, lovely energy of the Six of Wands. So yay for that. So it does show us very clearly that it's a lovely celebrity. If I can get my words out, it's a lovely celebration card. I had it with trying to pronounce that word. You've overcome the difficulties of that week, and you're now able to take a load off, have a rest, take a step back, enjoy the fruits of your labour in many ways. So there's no time to be complacent. But you still can restore your energy. So there's a reminder in this card to still be gracious with your victory. You are going to come out on top, so the stress that you've had is actually not in vain. But if you were the one who got the promotion over another colleague, or if you finally got the recognition you deserved, don't blow your own horn too much or too loud, because even though it was very tough for some of you, and I've got to say, pat on the back to people who are actually getting over this incredible milestone in many ways in your career. I do feel that you've earned it in many ways, but it's just a reminder here that it's not a time to say, for instance, in your face, losers. It's not rubbing their nose in it, because they will be feeling quite dejected and quite low, no matter how much they deserve that as well in some cases, and however tempting it might be, because I get it. These people might have doubted you and you want to enjoy proving them wrong. Just be nice as much as you can. Enjoy it. But again, there's balance needed. And to end the month, we have the Queen of Wands, who is basically a representation here of having climbed the mountain. You have gained your wisdom. Now you can be free, or freer, because you still have the nitty-gritty things to deal with, but you may feel that you're more independent, or in some cases you have a lot more freedom to do what you wanted to do. So all those loose ends have now been tied up in a nice little bow. The stresses of a lot of things seem to be over, and you can finally survey what else needs to be done, but you don't look upon it in a groaning sort of way, if that makes sense. It's kind of, you don't despair because you've got this to do and then you've got that to do. It won't worry you, because you know that you can do it. You've got enough time to do it. You'll have the energy to do it. You'll be in control. The creative spark has come back to you. While fire is the opposite of you, watery lovelies, it will help you get through this month. And I feel in many ways you need to embrace and sort of carry with you some energy and pep that Aries can give you in April into May, and sort of store it in the background and use it in quick bursts whenever you need it. And, it will help you get through anything else that you need to complete. And so will the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel that that's rounded off the month, but she reminds you, underneath all of this, she reminds you that no matter what you're doing to climb this ladder, or the steps of goals you've set yourself, the aspirations you have, the stepping stones. You will need to balance your fire with the practical, the pragmatic, and the logical wherever possible. Don't get lost at sea again. Anchor yourself in the present. Make sure that you have time to accomplish everything in a very organised manner. So it's utilising what you have. And I feel that you should be freed up a little bit financially with this too. It seems like you're going into a bit more Miss Independent. Well, Queen of Pentacles, Miss Independent. So the women out there, very strong independent sign here. For the males, Mr. Independent. I don't feel it's either or. I feel that she is covering the entire board, and it's basically a base energy. She's just, when I look at her, I just feel like she is giving you so much strength. She's telling you to approach things a bit more rationally, a bit more logically, perhaps a little bit more detached than your sensitive feelings, bringing you down from your head being up in the clouds or buried underwater. So it's a very balanced month if you can manage it. Very busy, but at the end of it you will actually have an excellent opportunity to fulfill things that will set you up, I feel, for the rest of 2015. And in future videos, I'm quite looking forward to reading June for you, actually. In future videos, I will look back on the previous months just to see how they could be affecting the future and how one ties into the other. But overall, Pisces, you have a wonderful month ahead. I get a really good feeling. The messages I'm getting is just to be a warning of, don't allow your busy schedule again to cause conflict, and you'll be right as rain. So I really look forward to reading for you again. Again, if you do want a bit more personal reading, check out the links below. But in the meantime, until we see each other again, or hopefully see each other again because of the camera situation, I wish you all the best. Take care, love, blessings, and buckle down because May's going to be really good for you. Take care, Pisces.